Beautiful.
What the fuck?
This
DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any Department of Defense or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Yeah.
Killing. I mean, are we killing them with kindness today, or?
I mean, you can kill people with kindness if you want, man. I like killing people with a lot of hate and fucking discontent, brother. So that's just how I roll.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's been a busy week, so let's get to it.
Oh, absolutely. Fucking what a week, man. Oh my god.
So you went to a concert. You went to another concert this week.
I did. Which concert did I fucking go to this week? Oh yeah, totally fucking missed out on that concert. That shit fucking failed spectacularly. I fucking suck. All right. So I was supposed to go to a fucking like a jazz and blues festival. I was really looking forward to it on Friday. And basically, so I'm kind of doing this moonlighting kind of like Roadhouse, pulling security gig thing, it's kind of like it's what I would call kind of a placeholder job. This is not a job I'm trying to fucking retire from. It's basically a temp job. You know what I mean? It's a placeholder. It's so I can get through some processes with the VA and maintain some financial stability basically in the meantime until some of those processes are complete, right? And so this is one of those things where basically I show up, they throw a freaking polo shirt at me or a vest or whatever, and you kind of go out there and you do your thing. Not a big deal, not hard, not rocket science whatsoever. Well, this particular show on Friday that I was supposed to be at, oh god, okay, this was at a different place than I have worked before. I knew exactly where it was, so that's not exactly where this is going, but they said you had to be there exactly at 6:30. The doors closed, right? I left the house like pretty much on time, no big deal. And if you're not familiar with the Kansas City metro area, if you're coming from the east and going towards downtown, as in like heading towards Kansas, basically, if you're heading towards downtown Kansas City, still on the Missouri side, on I-70 going westbound, it funnels in like very quickly towards the end as you get to downtown. And when I got to that little funnel part, like traffic was at a dead standstill. And I'm assuming there had been an accident ahead on one of the little turnpikes or whatever. No fucking clue, because by the time I got up there, whatever, right? And so suffice to say, by the time I parked my car in the parking garage downtown, I was too late. So no jazz show for Jay this week. That sucked.
Shit. I'm actually surprised.
I was too. I was a little pissed off at myself and also pissed off at the universe. So I ended up, yeah, I was a little fucking irritated. I'm not gonna lie. Although I believe it's either this Tuesday or next Tuesday, I've got Bob Weir, which if you're not familiar with Bob Weir, but your parents probably do. He was the number 2 guy to Jerry Garcia in the Grateful Dead.
Shit.
Yeah, so I will be seeing Bob Weir play. I think it's on the 12th. I could be wrong. It's either this Tuesday or it's the next Tuesday. I don't know what the fuck day it is.
Yeah, what's very interesting, when I was a kid, I had a couple family members who were huge Grateful Dead fans, and they had these like special edition wines. They were like, and they were fucking like, they were thousands of dollars. They were expensive as hell because they were like the only ones. They made so many of them.
I have a sitting up above me right now. One of my shelves is a big giant, like almost like an iced tea pitcher, like a 64-ounce like pitcher basically. But it's got the Grateful Dead logo emblazoned on it. It's like right up there, right? And then I have a tie believe it or not, before he passed away, Jerry Garcia used to do a bunch of watercolors and like art. He used to like paint pictures basically, and they used a lot of his watercolors to make ties, to make prints for ties. Like like you're gonna tie a tie, right, around your neck and like look respectable for like one day, right, out of your whole life. Well, I have and still use a Jerry Garcia tie. Like it just if you flip the tie around when you're wearing, if you flip the tie around and look at the tag, it just says J Garcia. It's fucking badass, bro.
Oh, so the J works because you're Jay.
I am the fucking J, man.
I mean, I think in spirit you are a Garcia.
In spirit at least. In spirit at least. Good morning, Dylan. It's good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Fucking happy Sunday. Welcome to church, man. Welcome to fucking church. So yeah, but yeah, busy week, man. Freaking working a lot around the house, getting shit done. I got fucking appointments tomorrow. Like I got like a appointment with my fucking car tomorrow. Like I gotta get up in the morning and like go take my car to like a fucking mechanic, and then all this bullshit, dude. Like you move somewhere in 3 months, and 3 months later you're still doing shit, from the move, basically. You know what I mean? Just getting rid of shit. Just getting rid of shit, bro.
Are you still doing DMV shit?
Yeah, that's part of tomorrow, because my that's exactly what it is. Like the fucking my tags, man. I gotta get my tags done, so I gotta go get this fucking car inspected.
Bruh.
Order my goddamn tags, and then wait for my goddamn tags, right? Like I'm just kind of, it is what it is, but it's happening. So, and then we watched a couple of shows. We finished one show last night. Finished 1883, so finally got around to that. Nice. Yeah, I heard. My main review for 1883 is going to be separate from if you also happen to be a fan of Yellowstone. So I'm going to leave the whole Yellowstone tie-in kind of like off to the side here, because that really wasn't what captured my fancy with this show. We watched the show because it was a spinoff of Yellowstone, and because I'm a fan of fucking Westerns. And that's kind of where I'm going to keep the review. As a fucking Western, okay, as a period piece that takes place in the late 1800s, the West has kind of been won, but it's definitely not fucking settled yet. You know what I'm saying? Like this is kind of like, Red Dead Redemption, era.
That is exactly what I was just about to ask you too. If there was like some type of like Red Dead Redemption feel to it, that you're like, okay, yeah, this
100%. It is. It. And the thing I like the most about 1883, the thing I like most about 1883 is it is an absolutely gritty and realistic portrayal of exactly how fucked you were back in the fucking Wild West. Like if you weren't traveling with people, if you traveled alone, you didn't survive. Like that's like you had to have people with you, and even with having people with you, you still died. Okay, like we're talking like, the attrition rate, moving across the plains and going out west was extremely high. Probably akin to making like special forces. So if you grew up out west, your mommy and your daddy were probably descended from some hard motherfuckers, okay, that fucking traveled across the plains and actually made it out west, right? Okay, so I just throwing that out there first off. There is definitely a freaking trigger warning that'll go with this show. It is extremely fucking depressing. It's one of those shows that it's gritty and realistic, so don't expect a fucking happy ending every show. And usually, the little twist endings they have at like the end of every episode to get you to watch the next episode, it's usually a bad decision. Like we can choose column A, which is a really bad decision, and it's going to get everybody killed, or column B, which is a really bad decision, also going to get everybody killed. Which one do we pick? Tune in next week, kids. That's how kind of realistic. It's a very depressing show, so do not expect to go into this and come out with your heart like untouched. Okay.
Well,
like,
it wasn't exactly a happy time that year, so.
No, and if you were in the position where you were riding the trail, or your family came over from Europe or freaking wherever, and they were trying to get across and settle somewhere way out west, like good fucking luck, dude. Good fucking luck. And this show. Yeah. This show just kind of portrays that just very realistically, and series finale or season/series finale. I haven't really looked up if they're going to try to do another style 1883 show later on or not. I haven't checked that yet, but I'll give the show like a solid like 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10. Like I love Westerns, and as far as a Western is concerned, probably like one of the best Westerns as far as like a TV show I've ever seen.
Nice.
Points are going to be deducted because it's definitely not for everybody. It is excruciatingly brutal, like brutal. So if you're not completely desensitized like fucking me, dude, it's gonna hurt your heart, dude. It's gonna hurt to watch. Okay, and I'm not just talking about the gory stuff. Okay, I'm just talking in general. It's very hard on your heart. Like you're gonna get like sucked into some of these characters, and I'm not gonna give away any spoilers, but you heard what I said earlier. It's the fucking Wild West, man, and pretty much everybody dies, right? So there you go, right? So that was 1883. A couple nights ago, seems to be a running fucking trend in my world right now. I keep playing video games and getting back into stuff, or discovering a TV show or a movie that has just been out for a while. Everybody else has fucking heard of this shit. Everybody else has seen it or played it or done it. And I'm just kind of coming out of Never Neverland for the first time in over a decade. So I missed a lot of this shit. So I watched a movie the other night on Netflix with my beautiful girlfriend, Nikki. And it was called Triple... God damn it, Triple... what the fuck was it? Triple Threat?
Triple Frontier.
Triple Frontier, thank you. Triple Canopy is a fucking contracting agency. My bad. All right, my bad. I had daydreams of going over to Ukraine and as an advisor, and stretching out Russians in broad daylight, right? And watching their mothers cry when they come home in a box. So, Triple Frontier. This movie was starring Ben Affleck, the guy that played Jax in Sons of Anarchy, Charlie Hunnam. Okay, very, very sexy, that Charlie Hunnam, right? Okay, and then a couple of other guys that you're probably going to recognize from like 10 other movies, but you never know their names, right? Because they're always like that side character type. Okay, anyways, I give this movie, a lot of freaking like style points. Okay, I give it a lot of style points. Some of the tactical stuff that they portray in the film is actually like very well done. You can tell it was thought out. You can tell whoever their fucking advisors were making the movie. You can tell their advisors knew what the fuck they were talking about. Okay, so that part I definitely give the movie some style points for. However, this movie fell hard and fell fast for Jay watching it, because if you guys know anything about me, you know exactly how fucking jaded and cynical I am about literally everything. Okay, and it takes about 30 seconds for a TV show, a video game, a book, any type of entertainment to fucking lose me immediately and like forevermore. Okay, this movie didn't quite make it there. It didn't lose me entirely, but it started going down the trope road, what I call the trope road, where it's like, okay, they're gonna do this, and then this is gonna happen, and then something else is gonna happen, and it just got very predictable to the point when we got to the end of it, and the movie ended. Me and Nikki just kind of looked at each other and we're both like, so what the fuck was the point again? Like why the fuck did this movie even happen again? Like why did the characters even go on their little fucking fanciful adventure, in the Colombian jungle? Like if this was going to be the fucking end result of the movie, what was the point, right? And it turned into a fucking trope fest. It turned into the fucking one last mission, guys. It turned into that fucking trope. It turned into the fucking we just lost our leader trope. Okay, and I am gonna spoil this fucking movie. Ben Affleck takes a fucking headshot, and it was really cool fucking seeing a realistic portrayal of like what happens when somebody fucking sneaks up on you and pulls the trigger first, right? You die. Okay, that part was good. That part of the movie, not because I didn't like Ben Affleck's character, not at all. They were traveling down the Andes to get to the ocean. Okay, they had to cross the Andes to get to the ocean towards the end of the movie. And they were traveling down these jagged rocks, on the side of this mountain, and they got into a firefight, surrounded by jagged, these giant jagged boulders and rocks. And dude crept up, man, and fucking slipped him one, man. Slipped him that Lake City sleeping pill, man. That Redstone Arsenal sleeping pill, baby. You know what I'm saying?
That old hickory.
When you shop at Redstone Arsenal, baby, you go to sleep forever. All right, so ultimately,
sleeping with the fishes.
Ultimately, the movie kind of lost me about probably 45 minutes to an hour into it. It turned into a fucking trope fest. So I give it style points. I liked some of the action. I really did, because they did kind of a good job. But basically, this is one of those movies where you see a bunch of like former operators get together for one last mission, and the whole setup at the beginning is how badass they used to be, and then you spend the entire rest of the movie watching them completely fuck everything up. Boring. Fucking boring. I want to see the movie where like 5 badasses get together for one last job. Fucking like they go in, they hit the fucking X, dude. They wipe everybody the fuck out. They steal fucking money. Okay. They fucking travel back. They got their passports fucking ready to go. They get on a plane. They fly back to the fucking States. They see their families. You see the money in their bank account. Fucking credits roll. The whole movie is fucking 30 minutes. That's what I want to see.
Jesus Christ!
That's
just a 30-minute movie.
Just give me a 30-minute movie where people with that kind of fucking training and that kind of expertise aren't a bunch of fuck ups. I'm sick to death of seeing these movies with these guys on. Even if you're going on one last mission, right? You're not that big of a fuck up. You were a fucking operator, were you not? So if you're gonna plan this out and you're gonna plan your fucking operation properly, okay? Proper planning prevents piss poor performance, right, kids? Okay, they told it to us in fucking Ranger School. I didn't go to Ranger School. I'm just bullshit right here. They told that shit to us in fucking Ranger School. Okay, all right, we fucking remembered it. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Hollywood needs to remember that shit because they lost me about fucking 45 minutes into that movie. Is what it is. So overall, I give it a very paltry 5 out of 10. That movie was basically just worth the fucking, it was worth the popcorn that we ate watching it. And then by the time that movie was about 30 minutes out from being over, me and Nikki were already making jokes while the movie was playing. So we were basically talking over it and just fucking bullshitting while it was like, oh, let me guess, fucking this is gonna happen. Like, oh look, it fucking happened. Surprise. Oh look, there's gonna be another fucking chase scene again. Because these guys fucked up. Again. You know. Definitely, and yeah, you see Nikki chiming in right there. It was definitely worth the realistic headshot. Like Ben Affleck definitely fucking like lost some fucking brain matter on that one, dude. Like he fucking got crept up on. So, so yeah, Nikki was not impressed either. So when both me and Nikki are both not impressed, you know the movie was probably not worth your time. So 5 of 10 on fucking on triple whatever the fuck it was, and yeah, John, I'm done talking. How was your week, my friend?
Week was really good. You know, the same old shit with with work and shit like that. So this week I started off. Big Brother has ended.
Okay, how'd that end? How was that?
Well, it was Celebrity Big Brother and it ended controversial.
Okay.
Actually, I think it ended like a week ago. And one guy, Tajikal, ended up turning out to be a piece of shit. And actually, Misha Tate, I know who you're familiar with.
I'm listening.
She won Big Celebrity Big Brother.
Wait, what?
She won Celebrity Big Brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
And
was she cool?
No, she was actually a piece of shit.
Oh my god. God.
What
is her? Do you think, like, when they do these like, see, dude, because like you watch these shows and I am so fucking clueless when it comes to that shit. Like, is this like how you think they actually are in real life when they do these things? Or
well, Big Brother exposes who you are because you have a 24/7 camera looking at you, and the cameras don't shut off. They, you know.
So tell me about Misha Tate. So now I want to hear about Misha Tate.
So like, Misha Tate and Tajikal, who in the gaming world, he worked on the new Just Dance game that just came out.
Okay.
And Misha Tate and Tajikal worked together, and they lied about someone working on the other side of the playing field, and they kicked her out the house. And played the whole rest of the house. And then when the one specific person, Carson Kressley, who, if you're a Queer Eye fan, he's also a major person on Drag Race.
What's that? What's the Queer Eye thing? What's that?
Is that
like a show where like people think outside the box and like freaking
exactly. So it's a group of men. Joe, do you know? Please insight this.
What is Queer Eye?
Okay, so Queer Eye I think it's called Queer Eye for the straight guy. It gives a perspective. I'm sorry, Joe. I thought it said you said I know. Oh, you're saying for what I said there in the chat. I know. I'm so sorry.
This is where Joe fires us.
It's a TV show.
Just a little bit.
About opening up your eyes about different perspectives that people are just not knowledgeable about.
Okay,
And
so you said Queer Eye for a Straight. Does this have something to do with like is the gay community helping out here?
it's
Like,
it's 5 gay men,
okay,
and they all do something different. One's a cook,
okay,
one does style, one does like hair, another one's makeup. Like they all have different things. They all do
okay.
different things, and they go into places like, for example, I believe I haven't watched it. My wife is a huge fan of it. She was the one that put me onto this. This
Mhm.
last season that they went to Texas, and apparently there was a lot of prejudice that was going on in that area, and it, it's a show for everybody. It, you open up your perspective and all that stuff. But this is where Carson Kressley came from.
Okay.
This is where he got his start, and when he left the house, who in the in the real world, in the personal world, he works with Tadra Call. Found out that Tadra Call lied about everything, and now let's just say that they're no longer friends.
Hey, Paranorman. Good
Surprise,
morning,
motherfucker.
Paranorman.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
So,
morning.
okay, so they're in the house. This guy's leaving. He finds out this shit. Like, what happens then?
Oh yeah, he says, I can't believe this shit happened. Goes on to say, I work with this guy, and yeah, lots of trust was broken. The internet went crazy about Tadra Call talking all this shit, and when the finale night came, every single person who was in the house said something absolutely nasty about Tadra Call,
Really?
and they voted him to lose the game in a landslide. And the last person who left the house voted for Tadra Call, not knowing what was going on. Oh shit! Diamond Rock RP is in
Diamond
the
Rock.
house.
Good morning. Good morning.
Diamond
good morning,
Rock
good morning.
RP is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome,
What's
welcome.
going on, guys?
Welcome, welcome. We got some role playing royalty in the house right now. Good morning
Yes,
to you
sir,
guys.
yes,
welcome,
sir, yes,
welcome.
sir.
Okay, so everything you're saying, but how did that make Misha Tate a piece of shit? Like, what happened?
She
So
was
what
a
was-
part. She was a part of the lie that led to the one individual to leave the
Oh,
house.
So Tadra Call is not a bad guy.
No, Tadra
Yep.
Call is a bad guy. He's a very bad guy, and so is Misha Tate.
Well, it sounds like everybody's a piece of shit in this
Oh,
movie.
everyone's a piece of shit. So
Oh, okay.
But that just doesn't stop. So me and my wife, we are so hooked on Big Brother. We are hooked. Okay, so we decided to start watching Big Brother Canada season 2, and let me tell
Jesus.
you, by the third
You sound like
episode,
you have a problem. You know,
I-
the first step is admitting you have a problem, John.
yeah, there is a problem. There is a problem. There's not enough Big Brother. So Big Brother Canada is probably one of the wild shit, because you think these people are probably some of the nicest people, but they're shit. They're fucking nastier than us. And by the third episode, they wanted to cut each other's throat. Yeah, even my wife, she agrees. There's not enough Big Brother, and they are so cutthroat. And there was an incident where these 3 females were kind of like branded like the mean girls, and she was going to get voted out the house. So there was a competition to let the people in the house get their letters from their family, because they're isolated. No phone calls, no contact, nothing.
Well, the horror.
Yeah.
Horror. Like,
So the competition was give them their letters, because there are a few of them that haven't gotten their letters, or put all the letters in the shredder and receive $5,000. What do you think she did?
I think I know what she did, and I'm just shaking my head because
Yeah, she did it. She put the letters in the grinder
for 5Gs,
for 5G.
man.
Yeah,
That's
so
like,
that is not the cast for.
what is that? What is that, like the
Canada.
cast of fucking Glee? What is that shit?
Well, if you were to
Who the fuck dresses like that? Joe, go back to that. Who the fuck dresses like that?
the
Go back
roast-
to that shit. Look at these mother. Can you full screen that? Look at this. Who in the fuck dresses like that?
That is not a
Okay.
season I'm familiar.
I know exactly how I dress and how shitty fucking my sense of fucking style is, okay, as far as fashion and whatever. But you guys tell me, who in the fuck? God, man. Good God.
And
You know what I would
it's
do?
actually funny because
Do you know what I would do with all those people, John?
what?
Nothing. I wouldn't even fucking give them the time of day. Look at how they're fucking dressed. They're clowns.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, they all dress like that. They all dress in bright colors. It's for the TV.
Hey,
you know how it is.
Hey, you know
So
what?
yeah, so there
When I'm
they
in the
are.
mood- when I'm in the mood for that, I go to the circus. It's cool. I mean, I'm down. It's cool.
Yeah, so the female in the green dress is the one who did the. She's the one that did the letter thing. The gentleman with the beard right behind him. Are you still there, Jay?
I'm here.
Oh yeah, your camera's frozen. I'm sorry. You may have to just change it. So he says, I see 3 douchebags. So the guy with the beard actually just came out of the closet in the middle of the show, the episode that we watched yesterday, which was because you know a lot of people were looking at him because he's a very strong player.
Sure.
And his mannerisms are they're very not what you would think. So that happened. The guy next to him is a hockey player. The heavyset man was actually a very big piece of shit, and the guy next to the heavyset man, he runs around the house naked. So, and the bald guy's a racist.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay,
okay,
you know, I can tell you why I don't watch shows like these right there. Because I get too emotional about shit. We all know this. Like I'm a fairly emotional guy. I wear my heart on my sleeve like 24/7 plus. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to handle watching people just be shitty to each other all the time like that. Like I attach my emotions way too much with like the environment around me, and I would not be able to handle that kind of drama. I would just I walk. Like when drama like that kind of erupts around me, I fucking walk, dude. I literally just 180 and I fucking walk the other way, dude.
And you know, and that's the thing. The drama makes the show, but that's not what the show is. The show is a game show. It's a game show.
Okay, so I want you, maybe you and maybe Frenchie can help you if she's there in earshot. You know, like I want you to. What is it that you feel like hooked you? I've watched like I can give you like 2 or 3 trashy TV shows that I got hooked on like way back in the fucking day, but they're so old and so fucking obscure, like they wouldn't even matter right now. But like, what is it that hooks you guys to this particular show? Like, I'm very curious about this. Like, how do you stick it out? Like. I was talking about him and Frenchie, dude.
So Frenchie's not here, but I think she's in the chat right now. So I like the show because I like the game show aspect of it, but I'm not gonna lie, I like the drama.
You like the drama.
I like the drama.
So,
I do.
So when we start going to like Comic Cons and shit, like and fucking remind me about that. Remind me about the Comic Con fucking before we fucking end fucking the week in review real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
When we start going to Comic Cons and shit and having to sit there around all these freaking Dungeons and Dragons nerds and shit, right? Like, so I'm gonna be the one like stirring the pot, and you're gonna be the one instigating. Is that correct? Is that what we're gonna be doing?
Probably.
Because you like drama and I like stirring the pot. Is that kind of like? Is that what we're gonna be doing?
Probably. You know, I'm gonna be looking for all the issues, bro.
Okay.
All the issues.
Okay.
So yeah, that pretty much goes through my week. But now I'm going to talk to you guys about Batman. It's okay, guys. You guys could stay. No spoilers needed, especially because this shit's going to be so fucking fire, yo.
Fire. Maybe.
So let me put my footrest away real quick.
I was gonna say let's get you nice and comfy because here comes another fucking fanboy John rant. Except apparently it sounds like something might have hit the fucking mark this week. So
So first off, the Batman is coming into a $120 million opening box office weekend. That's a good sign, especially for someone who had a sparkly face a couple years ago. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to start off with the score. The score that I'm giving this movie.
Okay.
The score that I'm giving this movie is a 9.1 out of 10. And when I watch a movie, I judge it by 3 things: visuals, story, and performance. Okay. So when it comes to this, visuals, the first thing I loved about it was how it looked. When I'm looking at first off, the first thing I saw was Gotham City. The way that it just had this gritty, disgusting, filthy look. And it's nice to see that they were able to utilize Scotland, the United Kingdom, and Chicago, Illinois to make Gotham City what it was. It was visually beautiful. It was beautiful. Gotham City was the worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Tell me about what made it. Tell me, what made you feel like that? Like, tell me about Gotham. Tell me about the environment. Tell me what you were feeling when you were seeing.
The reason why I personalized Gotham so much is because growing up, we've always grew up in my area that the New York and New Jersey area is Gotham City.
Right. That's correct. That was what Gotham was loosely based on back in the day. Yes,
exactly.
That is correct.
And so we took that to heart. A lot of the Batman movies were filmed in New York. Some of the Joker was filmed in Newark, New Jersey, which is just I could walk over there right now if I wanted to.
Since you're a big DC fan, like since we all know New York is Gotham, which city was Metropolis? Do you know, John? DC fan.
So I always considered Metropolis to be like an East Coast place. So I've always considered it to be like Boston.
So it's Chicago. Yeah. Except it's Metropolis, so it is on the East Coast. It is a seaboard. It is a seaboard city, but it is fucking Chicago.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say because with all the rivers, because
where was Superman from?
Superman was from Metropolis.
No. Before that, when he's a baby.
Krypton.
Kansas, motherfucker.
Oh, that's right.
He grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere in a shit state, dude. Surrounded by shit people, except fucking Ma and Pa Kent. They raised him right, so he could be fucking Superman.
I like Clark.
Sorry, I got a little fucking
I like Clark a lot, okay?
I like Clark a lot. Clark is fucking the best of all of us, dude. He was the best of all of us.
Clark is a nice guy.
Superman
is a nice guy.
My favorite superhero characters went in order like this from the time I was like fucking swaddled in cloth to like adulthood. It went fucking Superman, Captain America, okay? A really, really fucking obscure character called Sleepwalker, okay? And then Punisher. And it was like in that order, and Punisher I was about like somewhere between 10 and 12 years old. So like it's only been those four really ever. And then there's a bunch of like little side characters that I'm a huge fan of, but Superman, as with a lot of other kids growing up in my era, Superman was the first one. I've recognized the Superman symbol since I was a little kid, and the Christopher Reeve movies were coming out when I was alive, right? They were still Christopher Reeve was still making Superman movies when I was a kid. So
and I guess for me, because I grew up with Batman, that's why I was so excited about the way this movie looked, especially since I have so many Batman comics that are gritty and disgusting and gory, and this is the Batman movie, not that I expected, but the one that needed to be made for many, many reasons. I've gone with the visualizations, okay? And the bat suit. We're talking about year 2 Batman.
Okay, so he just became the Batman.
Yes. You could put that picture up, Joe. Put it right there. He just became the Batman, and you could see it in his suit. The armor is not
Joe,
all that great.
Joe, can you full size that one with the side by side, right there? Can you full size that, please? I want to look at this because there's.
I wanted to, but it's such a small picture that when I was like, no, never mind, and then
wrote
up anyway.
Got you. My bad. Okay, so see. The one thing I've always noticed on armor costumes in the superhero movies is that a lot of them do not protect against fucking knives. And one thing a lot of people don't realize, excuse me, is there are certain types of Kevlar that can stop fucking literal bullets that you can easily stab somebody through. And a lot of people don't know that shit, and they don't fucking market that shit for a fucking reason. But yes, kids, fucking knives go through fucking Kevlar.
And without.
Go ahead, John.
And obviously without the spoilers, obviously you're gonna see how brutal what the suit could take. On top of that, the technology that was used in the movie is so grounded and realistic. This is the first time that we ever see Batman ever be scared, nervous, and in some points even get his ass kicked.
Good. I don't know, man. You know how I feel about Batman and the whole vigilante thing, especially considering my favorite character is the Punisher. How I feel about the vigilante thing.
He's not perfect here.
I mean, you're so far you're selling me. So far you're selling me. So keep going.
He's not perfect, okay? And in some points, to be honest with you, he's actually a literal piece of shit. He says certain things in the movie that kind of make your jaw drop, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, this isn't.
He's a billionaire. He's a fucking piece of shit.
And that's where I come into, and that's when I come into story. Okay, we don't see Bruce Wayne. You see Bruce Wayne for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes in the whole movie.
Really?
It's all Batman, baby. It's all Batman.
Intrigued. I am definitely intrigued by
that. And there's an importance in this because now we finally get a chance to see. Can you put that picture up, Joe? I really like that picture. I really like it.
Do they go into any of the like what you might call like potential like mental health issues that would occur when a fucking billionaire decides to dress up like a fucking bat in modern society?
You want to
fight
know something?
crime?
It's interesting. It's interesting that you say that because
Well, I mean, you're
I
talking
guess
about how
I guess
gritty it is.
yeah, I guess if you get subconscious a little bit, it's a very fucking mental movie, and if I say any more than that, it'll spoil it. So
Okay.
you need to watch it because
Okay.
there are some. I don't want to say that they talk about it, but they definitely touch on some points that make you question, like, what's going on here? Like, is there something wrong with these people? So it's a very psychological movie.
That's kind of where, when you talk about, vigilante justice specifically, and because I spent a lot of my adolescence and early adulthood reading about one vigilante on the Marvel side, and then of course the entire world. And I also grew up on Batman. I grew up on Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman with fucking Jack Nicholson playing the Joker and all that shit. I was very pleasantly surprised with the Christopher Nolan trilogy when they kind of like revamped Batman. I remember seeing Batman Returns in the movie theater. I remember seeing Batman Forever in the motherfucking movie theater. You know what I mean? Like, Batman has been kind of omnipresent in my life, but he never really, the character of Batman never captured my imagination, because even as a young man, and again, this might be me being like way too cynical and jaded at way too young of an age, but even as a young man, like in adolescence, I was like, fuck him, dude, like fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Same with Tony Stark and Iron Man. Same with like a lot of characters in the Marvel universe. I'm not gonna lie, Marvel and DC. It doesn't take much for me to be like, fuck that guy.
And and what I really loved, and it was very grounded. Okay, so story was fucking top notch, and it was the story that I think needed to be done in order to portray a Batman if one really existed.
Okay.
And that goes along with his technology. And when you see the technology that he uses, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, that's pretty fucking real. Okay, I'm into this. I'm into this.
So there's something to be said. Do you remember an old Will Smith movie called Enemy of the State?
Of course.
Okay, great movie, right? So I remember seeing that.
Isn't that Tom Clancy?
I don't know. It wasn't Tom Clancy, but it was Tom Clancy-esque. And or I could be wrong. Maybe it is, but it was Tom Clancy-esque. It was definitely a thriller, military, alphabet soup, 3-letter agency, crime thriller, whatever. Anyways, what I was getting at was that that movie came out in the 90s. I remember watching that in late high school in the movie theater for me, and being like, holy shit, the technology. And then I had like a fucking brainwave, and I was like, wait a minute, if they're showing this kind of technology on a movie in Hollywood, like how far ahead are we, right? That was fucking over 25 years ago.
Oh yeah,
bro.
This brings it back. This brings it back.
That's what and whatever they're showing in Batman, it probably is very realistic. And just imagine like what they actually have out there. Like, you know what I mean? Just imagine what they have.
And so the one last thing I want to show you here, and this is probably one of the most interesting things to me. There was are you familiar with viral marketing?
Ish. I mean, it's basically like there's being tryhards trying to go viral, right? Like, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So viral marketing, they did viral marketing for this movie.
Okay.
So I followed the movie, and there was a bunch of hints. The first hint that came out was actually, you go through the viral marketing, and then you would find clues with pictures like this, which is a picture of the Wayne family here. And it would give
Diamond Rock, it was a pleasure to have you. Get your ass to work. You can watch the rest later. We love you, man. Freaking, you take care of yourself.
Thank you, and we'll see you soon. Good work with everything. So this picture here, it has a picture of the Waynes here, and if you're gonna go through it, and it's actually very fucking interesting when you go through the website. But yesterday they updated the website. It is a website called Rata Alada.
Okay.
Rata Alada means the winged rat, and when you watch the movie, you're gonna see what the fuck goes on, because it was it was fucking crazy. This happened. Are you ready?
Let's find out. Roll the fucking dice.
You go into this website. There's the question mark.
Okay.
So over here, there's a bunch of IP addresses, and each IP address is a reference to a comic book that the movie was influenced by, and when the movie came out. These are all fake IP addresses. Do not look these up. And then over here, there's an email, citizen@rata-alala. I don't know what it means. So over here, when you click for reward, a cipher comes up. The cipher, you want to know what it says?
Yes, I do.
The
I'm
cipher,
sure people have already figured it out, so you might as well.
The cipher says, "You think I'm finished, but perhaps you don't know the truth, the full truth. Every ending is a new beginning. Something is coming."
Okay, nice and fucking eerie. A little
Yeah,
spooky.
So when you go back to the website, something is loading.
What do you mean?
Something's loading right over here. And it's been loading every 90 minutes to 100 minutes. And by Friday, sometime in Friday, something is going to be revealed on this website.
Ooh, interesting. That sounds fun.
So guys, check out The Batman. Do not go into this movie as a comic book movie, okay? Don't go into it as a comic book movie. This is a crime thriller film noir, okay? It is a detective movie. It is a movie about men with issues, with broken souls, okay? When you see the stars of the movie are Penguin, Carmine Falcone, played by John Turturro, and fucking Gordon, okay? This is the movie that you all have to see. This is the Batman movie we needed.
Okay.
I mean,
you're selling me, so I mean,
you're gonna enjoy it tonight. But I only had one problem.
What do you got? I want to hear this.
The movie didn't know when to end.
Oh, interesting.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that when we thought the movie was going to end, something else happened that gave to the story.
Okay.
So it's a 3-hour movie. I took this movie very personal because there were areas in this movie that I'm familiar with that as you guys know, I've been very open about. Me and my wife, we were homeless a couple years ago, and we used to sleep in front of and under Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And you'll see what I'm talking about when you see the movie. So enjoy the movie, guys. Go see the movie. We'll be right back after this. Yeah. Hey, so before we get to whatever's next, I just want to show you guys something real quick. The stickers are coming.
Here we go.
The stickers are coming, and I got 2 of them right here. Let me shut off this light so the reflection doesn't. As you guys know, my wife has been hard at work with some of the merchandise that's going to be coming out soon. The first sticker will be an official sticker with the official logo. This is not the size. The final size. This is just a tester right here. It's just a tester. It's just a tester.
Just a tester. Is that how you say that shit on the East Coast? Tester?
Yes, sir. It's just a tester. And this one's gonna be my favorite T-shirt. And actually, oh man, I can't even wait to show you the next T-shirt design that I'm working on. But this is our dumpster fire sticker.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes, dude. I can't wait to fucking put that shit all over my car, dude. Like I'm gonna be rolling the fucking most badass trash bucket in fucking Kansas City, Missouri, dude. And I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, man. What we got today, Joe? What pull that up?
Oh, here we go.
Wargaming stands by its Kiev studio as its native Belarus moves against Ukraine. This is, I mean, hey guys, it's actually kind of interesting to see how much gaming news is coming off of this war right now. I mean,
it really is.
It's very interesting. Can you scroll down and zoom in on that so I can read that?
It's almost like the entire world has become interconnected, and you can't just go around swinging your fucking dick for no fucking reason when everybody's telling you like you're fucking wrong.
Yes.
Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought? No
World
way.
of Tanks developer Wargaming has rerouted company resources to support over 550 developers at its Kiev studio as the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters its 6th day, which keep note that today is the day that Putin had written in his documents that today was supposed to be the last day of the war.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Yeah.
Like Captain
failed.
Price said.
Failed.
And I just want to say thank you, Joe, for pointing that out to me earlier today because I had completely forgot about that. Persia Studio was originally founded in 2000. It became Wargaming Kiev in 2011 following its acquisition by Wargaming. The studio is the primary development hub for all the F2P multiplayer title of World of Warplanes, which is actually a really fun title. The company is currently helping staff in Kiev find alternate housing, sending early salary payments. It's also ensuring any travel and relocation efforts are paid for should staff need to evacuate quickly. I think this is a fantastic effort being made by the game studio. Let me what's that say there? In addition to ensuring that staff make it through the crisis, Wargaming is also donating US $100 million US $1 million in the studio's name to the Ukrainian Red Cross. This is fantastic, guys. This is huge news, and it's very unfortunate what's going on in the world of in the world of Ukraine right now.
Hey,
but as it keeps going, say it, Jay.
Hey man, you see this big old Kool-Aid fucking grin on my face, dude? I got a big old Kool-Aid grin on my face every motherfucking day when I wake up now. I get up at fucking 5:30 in the fucking morning. I fucking turn my coffee pot on. I fucking fill her up as I fucking stumble downstairs to fucking lift some fucking iron in my little home gym in my basement. And as I sit there and sip my coffee to wake up for a second before I start pumping, I turn on my internet and I see fucking dead Russian soldiers just stretched out in broad daylight. God, it's fucking beautiful, man. I feel so fucking happy being alive today. I lived long enough to see Russia get butt fucked on the battlefield, dude. Butt fucked. With a cactus. Keep sending them, dude, please. By all means, keep sending them. They're losing fucking planes. They're losing fucking helicopters. They're losing all their goddamn fucking tanks, man.
And remember, guys, you can't win the war without Rogue Energy, baby.
Motherfucking energy, dude. Rogue Energy for all your fucking contracting needs. Are you getting ready to sign up to be a merc and go help out with the Ukrainian war effort? You need fucking Rogue. When you call up Triple Canopy / whatever the fuck they're called today because they keep changing their name because their fucking ethics and morals are questionable, you need Rogue. When you're over in Ukraine and you just ate your last MRE and you've got one clip left in your AK-47 and you know it's coming down, you need Rogue.
Woo! Yeah, I love it. Hey, what's that next story you got here? Counter-Strike Go Pro loses tournament, gives $33,000 to the Ukrainian army like a champ anyway. That's some fucking boss shit. Let me tell you, again, it's so interesting how much gaming news is coming off of this war because everyone. It's so awesome that all this shit is happening. Like, he gave $33,000.
Everybody, it's not just him. It's like everybody, like around the fucking world, is like everyone is just pouring more shit into Ukraine, like as much as fucking possible. Like countries are giving them fucking arms. People are fucking donating money. Russia doesn't even have the fucking opportunity to pull money out right now. Like all the banks have like fucking shut them off.
Yep.
Okay, like Russia has no money right now for anything. And everybody around the world is fucking pumping like Ukraine full of like anything they can give them to fucking like help with the fucking war effort. I heard of a fucking Ukrainian grandma took down a fucking Russian spying drone, like not the big ones, but like a spy drone, basically like a little fucking like the handheld ones, basically, by throwing a fucking jar of pickles at it. If you're trying to invade a country and the grandmothers are dropping your drones with pickle jars, you're fucked. You're so fucked. Like
the babushkas.
Just fucking pull out, dude. All you gotta do is pull out, man. This is how fucking mistakes are made. Fucking Putin, you little bitch. You don't pull out. You forgot to pull out, bro.
So we got this.
Pull out.
So as I promoted a couple days ago in the group, we have the Live View A map, which is a live war map showing us the what's going on in the Ukraine-Russian war right now. And 5 minutes ago, we're getting updates all the time here. And as of 5 minutes ago, at about 18:15, Russian aircraft was shot down. A Russian aircraft was shot down with man pads.
That's another one.
Pilot has not ejected. Aircraft crashed near Kulinichi.
Sounds like another dead Russian pilot. How many more of those do they got?
Well,
how many fucking more of those do they got?
Well, we have this also. We have this explosion in Kiev. There's been a lot of. If there's something that we've noticed that's been going on here, Russia has been coming in and they've been bombing the shit out of Ukraine. It's been bombardment after bombardment of just bombings, and Ukraine is still standing tall, beating the shit out of them.
I was gonna say, if Joe or whoever's controlling that map, if you zoom back out, I want to highlight one thing, like not quite that far. I want to highlight one thing about what you're seeing on this map and I want to highlight one thing that you're seeing on this map and one thing that you're not fucking seeing on this map. So what you are seeing on this map are, you're seeing a lot of little hot spots, kind of surrounding Ukraine. What you're not seeing is any fucking Russian progress whatsoever. They are miserably fucking failing in the field. All fucking reports, even from the Russian side. The first casualty of truth, kids, in war the first casualty of war is the fucking truth, right? So you're gonna hear what the Ukrainians say about the Russian losses, and you're gonna hear what the Russians say. The fucking actual truth is probably somewhere in the middle. But even what the Russians are admitting themselves is horrific for them. It means they're failing massively. Like they're failing fucking massively.
And it's interesting, Joe. Can you go around those red borders?
Those battle lines have not functionally changed.
They haven't. I mean, there's been more Russian camps that I've noticed, but that's really about it. And they're more outside of Ukraine more than anything.
That's correct.
Because, like as you say, this hasn't changed. They're still holding down the fort. They're bombing the shit out of Kiev and Kharkiv right now. They're fucking beating the shit out of those two towns right now.
And the whole world fucking hates them for it because they're doing the wrong fucking thing. They had no fucking business there in the first place. Ukraine is a sovereign country. It's been a sovereign country since fucking like the Soviet Union collapsed. That country voluntarily gave up their nuclear weapons, with assurances from both the United States and Russia that they wouldn't be fucked with. Okay. And Russia has exuded this fucking influence and power over them.
Yeah, and guys, these are sensitive images right now. So if you're watching, and if you're not, trigger warning. But this is real life, guys.
Joe, is there any way to full screen that on that screen? There you go. Thank you. This is what war looks like, kids. I don't want anybody to ever disregard like the reality of like when you see images like this, but there's images coming out that like if you want to see what fucking war looks like, here you fucking go. And I want to remind everybody that like what you're seeing, like when stupid people have stupid amounts of power, they have the power to do stupid things like this, and it can happen to you. All right, so always fucking keep your head on a swivel. Keep your fucking body and your mind right as much as fucking humanly possible.
In the middle of the fucking night, the fucking pricks.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. They're trying to wake you up. They're trying to scare you. You're not fucking scared. This is like when the tornado siren goes off fucking here in Missouri, dude. We ain't fucking scared of that shit. We just fucking like trounce our asses fucking downstairs and we have a little fucking tornado party.
Yeah,
one of the deal, bro. I go on my fucking porch to watch that shit.
Now, one of the biggest things that happened this week actually there in Ukraine was that they took over a power plant. And that power plant is probably, I believe it's the biggest one in Europe. This power plant was taken over, and it took a couple hours. I was actually following the footage live as they were airing it on YouTube, and you can see a lot of the footage on. Pull that up right there. Russia has taken over Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Yeah, look at this shit.
Those are flares.
Yes. No. Oh yeah. So those are flares. So
Those are
that was
flares.
them. Those were them coming in.
Yeah, that's a freaking yeah.
That's a hey, we're on our fucking way. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And the last report that I saw is that they are functioning. You can see the
Yeah,
fire.
there we go.
There's the firefight. They are firing into the nuclear power plant. And guys, keep in mind that if something happens to this power plant, devastating effects will happen to the world.
So
Okay,
the fucking
this is not.
fuck Russia, dude. Fuck these motherfucking cocksuckers, dude. Hey, Ukraine, keep fucking stretching them out, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
them fucking
so the
motherfuckers,
last
dude.
update that I saw in this power plant was that they were managing the power plant through gunpoint. A lot of towns have been taken back by Ukraine. They have taken back a lot of their property back, but the war is still raging. The war is still going. Ukrainians keep
fighting. Don't
keep
fucking give up.
fighting.
You know what else is gonna happen eventually? They're gonna take all their fucking shit back, and the world's gonna fucking be assisting them fucking the whole way.
And it's
Don't worry,
actually
guys.
interesting. Joe brought up an interesting question to me earlier. How many bombs do they have? Because it looks like they're just spewing everything at them.
How many fucking work? That's what I want to know. Every time Russia, especially the fighter planes, every time fucking Russia loses a fucking fighter plane, dude, it's fucking that's bad news for them, dude, because that's fucking one less, and that's one less pilot, and fucking, like there's
that air superiority starts getting a little thin at some point now.
I'm going to say this quote wrong, but there's an old kind of like proverb, in the military world, and I'm gonna fuck it up a little bit, but basically the gist of the quote is amateurs at war, study like fucking battle tactics. Professionals study fucking logistics. Logistics fucking wins wars. Okay, logistics would be fucking like, keeping your fucking your stuff maintained. You know what I mean? Like your weapons, your equipment, all that stuff has to be maintained. Keeping your fucking supply lines open. Okay, keeping your fucking troops fucking well fed and fucking whatever, well supplied. Ammunition, like blah to the blah to the blah times fucking like an exponential number that I don't fucking have in my head right now. Logistics wins wars, kids. Okay, Russia clearly does not have logistics. They are failing on so many fucking levels right now. This literally makes me fucking like jealous, because if we had ever gone toe to toe with fucking Russia, dude, like literally just toe to toe, no nuclear weapons, just fucking straight toe to toe, dude, we would have fucking crushed them so fucking fast and so fucking hard. When you see a supply column that's like fucking 40 kilometers fucking long, okay? Do you have any fucking idea what our Air Force would have fucking done to that in like less than fucking like 10 fucking minutes? In less than 10 minutes. Like, we're talking about like highway of death from the fucking Gulf War times fucking 10, bro. Times fucking 10. Like, we would have fucked that shit up and cratered that whole fucking like highway, dude. Russia is really like when Putin fucking laid his cards out on the table after, he could only bluff for so long. And when he laid his cards out on the table, he literally laid bare to the world just how far not only the country of Russia, but their fucking military has fallen.
Absolutely.
Like their army looks like fucking dog shit on the field. They look like fucking dog shit.
Yep, and before we get into our next story, the last update that we have here on the war is that Putin has told Macron that he will achieve his goals in Ukraine, whether by war or through negotiations.
Yeah, well, and for those of you guys that don't know, Macron is the president of France, and he is currently they do a 1-year rotation for president of the European Union, and they rotate it every year. So a different country's president or whatever prime minister is the president of the European Union. This year happens to be France. Believe it or not, President Macron from France is one of the only people that Putin still actually talks to in Europe. So it's actually a good thing that Macron is also the president of the European Union right now. What's bad for Putin is he put his cards on the table, and the whole world is like, fuck off. Fuck off. So
like we're done with you, man. We're done.
Yeah, the whole world's done with him, dude. Like, he's fucking done. He is fucking done.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this last week. I want to encourage everybody out there. Okay, these are strange days we are living in, kids. Okay, do not give in to the fear. Okay, do not let the TV or the radio or me and John talking about this stuff, let that fear sink deep inside you, because there's nothing to be afraid of.
It's reality. Okay? It's reality.
And the reality is, when there's a big fucking bully in your face and you fucking pop him one in his fucking jaw, a lot of times they didn't expect you to fucking pop him one. And then all of a sudden, their fucking dick goes from fucking hard to soft real quick, and you find yourself beating their fucking ass on the fucking ground. And the next thing you know after that is they don't fucking bully you no more.
Yeah, that's what's
about to happen.
That's when their dicks get inverted. And when we come back,
it is. Go ahead, John.
When we come back, we have Space Force news and Twitch news. And remember, guys, you can't tell Russian warships to fuck off without rogue energy. All right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
So today we have Space Force's physical training will include wearable fitness trackers.
That's fucking awesome. Good for them.
I actually think this is really good, except what's going to happen when they start masturbating because they don't get laid?
Fuck yeah, dude. Can you imagine? Dude, can you imagine if like, remember that part in Super Troopers where the dude was like fucking like clocking himself jacking his dick to see how fucking like how many miles an hour, his fucking hand was moving. You know what I mean? And like, dude, like, can you imagine that shit? I like that Space Force is like moving ahead with technology, man. Like they're setting the fucking standard. Okay, like they're setting the standard. It's the fucking Space Force. They should have all that technological like mom's basement shit, dude. Like they should. I'm totally for this. Like I'm totally for this. 110% all the way. That's awesome.
And I love technology. I love fitness trackers. I love these smartwatches and what they can do. I'm a tech guy, whereas, Jay is the guy who, not that he doesn't like tech, he's just not there yet.
Correct. That is correct.
You're just
I missed a lot.
I mean, I just got this week I got the iPhone Pro Max 13. It's beautiful, man.
And I'm sitting over here fucking clueless, like other than that thing is a phone. Like I'm fucking sitting here clueless. So
oh yeah, no, this is a production machine, my friend. That is clean Sanchez Studio One right there.
Here's our DD214 Gaming Podcast fucking dark joke of the week. Much like the early part of both of my daughter's childhoods, I missed a lot with technology in the Army.
I mean, shit. Look at the radio comms. Look how fucking primitive those things are.
Oh my fucking god! You know what? Even with our fucking shitty comms and how fucking shitty everything was in Afghanistan, like not once, twice, but all 3 fucking times I fucking went there. God, I wish I had fucking fought the Russians, man. God, it would have been
what? You could have if you were just a couple years older, but you're just as old as some of the Army equipment that they used during that war. So it's okay.
I've got a guy that, for a very short period of time, was like somewhat of a peer of mine, but he'd been around a lot longer. He's now a platoon sergeant, and he is the guy I told you about. He was in Poland on like just regular Army exercises when all this shit kicked off. He's still there, and he's fucking like 4 years older than me. So this dude's like 45 years old. He's a fucking platoon sergeant in the infantry, and like I'm fucking jealous, bro. Because it would be literally like shooting fish in a barrel. Like like Ukraine is only struggling right now. You see what Ukraine is doing to the Russians with just what people have given them. Okay? If they had what we have, oh my fucking god.
Oh, it'd be done.
Like period. Like that's all I can say. It would just be like a massacre. It would be a literal curb stomping fucking massacre, dude.
Yeah. So our main and that's actually funny because our main event for tonight. And actually, fuck Jay, we fucked up.
What we do now?
We only have so much time left, and we completely forgot to talk about what happened last night.
Which part?
The massacre that fucking Masvidal got.
Oh my god, dude. So I got it real quick.
We could do it real quick. I'll do it real quick.
I watched UFC last night. There were some good fights. Everything was really, really good up until about the last 3 fights on the main card. Because I watched a good portion of the undercard. I didn't watch all of it. A lot of good fights.
The Rafael Dos Anjos fight was good.
Rafael Dos Anjos fight was good, but it was only good because of the heart that the guy he fought showed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: there's a thing in fighting, and especially in Brazil, specifically in Brazil, there's a I don't know what you would call like the Warriors Code.
Good morning,
kind of.
Jason.
It's like the Warriors Code, and I know RDA knew probably around the second or third round that this kid he was fighting wasn't gonna make it, because he was already fucking him up like really bad. And I think RDA did not really take his foot off the gas. What he did was he took his foot off the gas just enough that the fight didn't get finished.
Yeah.
He I think RDA kind of through the Warriors Code kind of gifted this kid a decision loss because this kid's face looked like fucking hamburger meat.
Oh my god! The ref should have stopped that fight the first round when the doctor was looking at him.
I agree with the first round, or I think it was the second or the third round. They didn't come out right away, and the ref had the doctor come out and look at it, and I agreed with that one. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of whether I agree or disagree. All I can say is I think RDA definitely gifted that guy the decision loss versus like finishing the fight.
Yeah.
He fucked that kid up bad. But that kid is an up and comer. He's got the heart of a fucking lion. So keep your eye on I can't read the name. Can you give me the name of RDA's opponent, please?
Moicano. Renato Moicano.
Yeah. That kid, keep your eye on him. And there was another fight. Who was it? Barboza and fucking Bryce Mitchell. All I can say is wow. This is why I don't bet on MMA. I would have bet the house on fucking Barboza all fucking day long, and Bryce Mitchell absolutely fucking crushed this dude's dick. Good thing I saw last night on the judges' scorecards. We've had several conversations on this podcast about my disagreement with 10-9 rounds being almost always used exclusively by MMA judges. Last night, you can look at the scorecards. Last night there was like at least three, like these top three, the last three fights on the main card, they gave out 10-8s, and I think they gave out a couple of 10-7s. And I was really pleased to see the judges start using 10-8 rounds and 10-7 rounds, because that's exactly how I would have scored them, and that's how MMA scoring needs to go, kind of moving forward.
Absolutely.
Going to the main event real quick, and I'll keep it brief. Not really too much of a surprise. Colby Covington became Colby Covington in the last few years. He wrestle fucks people, and I mean, what do you like? What do you want me to fucking say? It was boring. Me and Nikki were downstairs. We watched the season finale of 1883. I turned the fucking stream back on for UFC to watch it, and then we actually went upstairs. I took my laptop upstairs, and I think they were like almost done with round 3, and I fucking turned it off and just went to bed, like during the main event, because I saw it. I already saw it happening. Like I knew nobody was getting knocked out, and Colby was just gonna wrestle fuck, a victory out of it. Like, okay.
That's exactly what I saw too. Like I've been waiting for this match to happen for like 8 or 9 years now.
Right.
And right. Masvidal underperformed, undersold, and it was just terrible.
It was the same. It was not. Masvidal did the right thing when he knocked the fuck out of Ben Askren. Masvidal did the right thing. He rode that kind of like cyclic wave, up, and then he had the bad motherfucker fight against Nate Diaz. He kept riding the wave, and then ever since the bad motherfucker fight, he's been kind of underperforming. But that was kind of his story leading up to knocking out Ben Askren in the first place. So that was basically like, this was not a shocking performance. I would have bet on Colby last night. I would have won. I would have
bet on Colby too.
100% would have bet on Colby. Totally would have lost my money with Barboza. And then the RDA fight was not a surprise either. But again, I want to, for anybody keeping up on our podcast, again, I would have lost yet another trifecta. I have still yet to have won a single trifecta ever in a UFC. This is why I don't bet on MMA.
Yeah,
this is exactly why.
I will say, what was I gonna say? What was I going to say?
What were you gonna say?
Smell you.
Oh, I was saying this last night. It was kind of funny because both of them are very huge Trump supporters. Kobe Covington definitely won that fight as the bigger Trump supporter yesterday. Boom, roasted. That's it. Let's get on to the next one.
Are we doing roasting about Trump supporters?
Don't be rude.
I just want to ask all the Trump supporters out there, like, how fucking Trump's boy Putin's doing this fucking week.
He died like a dog.
Yeah, he's fucking about to. And if I want to say this, I don't care if you voted for who you voted for in any election ever, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, okay? If you're still holding on to some fucking like myth in your head about the way shit is going in the fucking world, I want you to like kindly take a look around you and fuck off. If you find yourself supporting Russia, because somebody you used to vote for fucking is telling you to fucking support Russia right now, you need to fuck off. Okay?
You are fake news.
Fuck off. Like, you need to fuck off. Okay? This is the United States of America. This is the United States of America, and since the end of World War fucking II, fucking Russia has fucking never done a thing for us, and they've just actively worked against us. If you are supporting Russia, or if you're talking shit about Ukraine today, you're fucking wrong. You are fucking wrong.
That's right.
I don't care who you voted for.
Did you guys hear who we're sending over to give a little bit of support?
Who?
Oh my god, dude, it's like the biggest name ever.
And his name is John C.
That's it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And you can't see him. You can't see him.
I don't know where the fuck he's at. Do you know where he's at? I don't know where the fuck he's at.
He's gonna come up and give you the STFU. And now our final story of the day. I think this is a great story. I think this is gonna be a great thing for newer Twitch streamers. Twitch to allow 9 to 5 streamers, and Twitch has recently announced its new reliable ad revenue initiative, a program meant to ensure more predictable streaming revenue for its content creators. It's no secret right now that a lot of content creators are making their money through donations and through ads. The ads, you only make a couple cents, and whatever someone is giving you in the donation, whether it be $5, $1, $100, that's what you're making off there. But now they want to give you pretty much like a job over this.
Nice.
So
wait a minute. We were just talking about me having like kind of like a placeholder job while I'm going through this whole fucking VA thing now that I got out.
And that's what they want. So over here it says $500 incentive. Run 4 minutes of ads per hour, stream 40 hours this month. You could do 40 hours
in a month for $500?
Yeah. You know, and then over here, there's your 500 incentive. You could still do your security job, and you could be a fucking Twitch streamer at the same time. Do note that okay, so this is actually something that, because, hey Joe, can you come on to the voice for a second?
What's up?
Okay, so you've had a meteoric rise on Twitch within the last couple weeks. Okay, this is something that I think Jay would like to know too. You've managed to get how many follows in a matter of how much time?
So I had, I think, 2 followers to begin with, but starting early February, I just started streaming regularly on a daily basis for somewhere between 3, 4, 5 hours a day, sometimes more, twice a day. And I went from those 2 followers to almost 60 in about 30 days, which is not apparently unrealistic, but in terms of Twitch and only using one platform, it was kind of an exponential growth in that time frame based off of how many hours I have streamed and what games I have streamed. So if you go online and you look at some of these YouTube videos of like how to get all the followers, that's all I did. And a lot of the advice is solid, good advice. All you need to do is be consistent, put a schedule up, let people know when you're going to be on so they know when to expect you. Chat with the people who are coming in, because yeah, you're a new guy, you're new, or girl, a new streamer. You need to make sure you know what your audience is captivating, that you see them and they know that you guys are interactive and shit. Make sure you're playing a game that isn't overly saturated. And what I mean by that is you don't want to play like Grand Theft Auto 5. You don't want to play what's the newest, hottest game.
Call of Duty,
Fortnite, something along those lines. You don't want to go into something where everybody's playing it right now. You want to find something that maybe you'll find fun. It's a little obscure. Maybe check out Twitch, or whatever platform you're going on, and see how many viewers are on what game. And if you like that game, play it. Because the main thing is, if you're having fun, your viewers are going to have fun. They're
Now
gonna
what?
see you having fun.
Now what games are helping you create this rise?
Oh yeah, so what I did was I have a couple games that I personally enjoy more than most. One of them being American Truck Simulator. I think you guys I've reviewed it on here before, and I just have one camera. You know, it shows a little bit of everything. You got my shifter here, I got my steering wheel here, and this is it, man. Like I use ATS because it's not a very saturated game right now. At the most I see is like 40, 50 viewers on like one dude. But like there might be like 300-400 people watching, as opposed to like a few thousand or 30,000 or whatever watching just Shroud, for God's sakes, you know, playing Tarkov. So I play that. I play a little bit of the GTA role play, and what that does is it helps with the people who are wondering like what city they want to go to because they're into GTA and they want to see like, oh well, what's this place like? You know, maybe I'll just watch this for a little bit, and then most people end up coming in and bullshitting, and then maybe they join the city. So there's that. It's a great marketing tool in that way too. So I mean, and if you guys haven't noticed, yesterday I streamed for you guys a little bit of the ATS we were trucking for you.
We do appreciate that, Joe. I love you so
Oh,
much,
yeah.
dude. I fucking love you so much, bro.
So yeah. Now with
bro.
us. Oh, keep going. Say your piece, Jay.
I had a couple of questions. I mean, you talk about talking to the people that are commenting or whatever, right? And just shouting out or whatever. Is there like a call-in function? Like we have a call-in function on this show. We don't really plug it a lot, but we do have a fucking call-in function. Like we can take a literal phone call from somebody like right fucking now if we wanted to, and we could have them on our show. Is there a call-in function on these streams? Can you do that shit? And like pipe in somebody else's like sound and like maybe have somebody talk shit to you like while you fucking.
Yeah, it's too easy, Jay. I have a Discord. Much like we have the DD214 Gaming Discord, I created my own Discord channel, and I've invited most people who, you know, tend to want to follow or just hang out, you know, to that. And a lot of people like coming to those channels because if they like watching you, they're going to want to interact with you more than just when you're on your stream. They're going to want to know like, oh, okay, well, when can I get updates about when Wolfie's going to be back? You know, how's he doing today? Like, you know, we had a conversation the other day about Bad Dragon and Cum Lube. That legit conversation we had on my stream was about Bad Dragon dildos and cum lube. But like we talked about that shit, and like people came back because they enjoyed having that weird raunchy conversation. So it's been noted as like a really chill stream. It's been noted. But to answer your question, I should say we have the Discord, and there's many channels in the Discord that you can come in. A lot of voice channels. So if somebody's playing a specific game, for instance, if I'm playing American Truck Simulator, I'm typically in that channel. And if anybody wants to come and join, they can come and have good conversation, you know, and contribute to the stream that way. The only thing I'm going to say is, though, if you get out of hand, then I'm just going to kick you because it's too easy.
So in saying all that, you've done 92 hours. So wouldn't it be nice?
92 hours over how long?
Let me see something here. Hold on. I wonder if I can pull up my info. I'll show it.
Well, I mean, like how long did it take you to get to 92 hours streaming?
Over a month, man. It was quite a while.
And that's with your time schedule.
That's not a lot. Hold on. 92 hours in a month is not a lot. There's only 168 hours in a fucking week.
And you got a donation too.
And I got my very first $5 donation. You're right. That did happen. Thank you, Sika Artistry. Of course, she may not.
You literally made $5 for fucking like playing video games with your fucking Cheeto dick.
So
right?
so hey. Joe, why don't you plug your channel? Plug your channel.
I'm trying to, man. It's Wolfbane LX88. Okay. I'm exclusive to Twitch, but on Saturday mornings I will be streaming through this whole thing here, restream and whatnot, and the program we use here. For DD214 Gaming, please come in and bullshit with me. I will go sit in the DD214. Actually, that's what I should do, is sit in the DD214 Gaming Discord on Saturday mornings. Come on in, have some coffee with me, bullshit. You know, we can just talk about everything, anything. You know, your life, your army career or military career, I should say, and whatnot. You know, where you're at now in life and how you enjoy, like Jason, how he enjoys his traveling and stuff like that. But let me get this over here real quick. This is what I was.
But anyways, So 92 hours. Wouldn't it be nice to have been paid for those 92 hours in an incentive plan?
Yeah. You see, I have 58 followers.
95 hours.
Yep.
Stream 8 hours per month.
And this is how many days this month or this last month I have streamed. So like almost 30 full days.
That's like the 7-day straight thing, right?
That means they just want you to stream for 7 days, like at any point throughout the month. This is in the last month. I did 23 days. I've taken a few days off here and there to be with Al or hang out.
Of course, yeah.
Of course,
people do shit things.
But you pulled in 95 hours in 23 fucking days.
Yeah, that's how much I've been streaming.
And they only and to get $500, they only want 40.
So you see, like, you can
and it grows from there, because let's say you have the community to back you, you'll start getting the subs, you'll start getting the hype trains, the gift subs, and then it starts building up. So it's good to hear your perspective about is this a good idea for newer streamers like yourself and others who want to join, because remember we were talking about this morning, and I looked at the article and I was like, oh shit.
Let me ask you this. If you can look at what they're going to give you, all right, because the numbers do change. It's not going to be the same for every streamer who they offer this to. It could only be a couple $100 at max. It could be a couple $1,000 at max. It depends on what you can do with your budget, and if you can manage that 40 hours, and then that's it. Like if you can manage that, and like if you don't need that time to work to make that money like elsewhere, go for it. Me personally, I get my VA entitlement, and if I make like $200-300 a week, I'm happy. I'm good. You know what I mean? But this would just be extra and supplemental if I could turn this into a full-time gig. If I could work 9 to 5, the same time while Alex is at work doing his thing, right, and make like $1,000-2,000 a month doing that, I'd be comfortable and I'd be happy with that, knowing that I could do this. I wouldn't need another job.
So in other words, basically, if you were in the situation I'm in.
The situation I was in was a little special. The reason why I started streaming is because my Blazer was in the shop, and then the shop burnt down. So like I was waiting for a vehicle to use, and only working 1 day a week at my job, because they understood like, oh shit, he doesn't have a vehicle. Like I'm playing musical cars. I was anyway. Just got it back yesterday. So yeah, basically I just figured, why not go for it? I've had a lot of great moral support from John here. He's helped me along the way here. I've had a lot of great people from the Diamond Rock City that we're in with helping me with getting set up. I've had other people in other Discord servers come over and say, dude, let me help you with your settings. Like, the community is so great, and they're so willing to help each other that it actually, what's the word I'm looking for? It made me feel like I should help back. So if you come into my Discord, I allow you to self-promote. I allow you to do, put other people's there, put all your art, your food, your stuff, everything, anything. I want you guys to help each other and grow as a community in my little Discord and in the DD214 Discord and everything. That's what we're trying to do, is build everyone up.
Joe, the word you're looking for is altruism. It's altruism and being altruistic. It's like giving to others with zero expectation of getting anything in return. That's called altruism.
Like, I don't expect anything from my followers other than hey, come check me out once in a while. You don't have to come every time I'm on. You don't have to watch me every time I'm on. I get that. We all have lives. We're all busy. We all have families. We all have our shit. So like, if you follow me, you follow me. I'm happy and I'm grateful, and I will thank you a million times for it over and over again. It's never going to change. From the 59 followers I have now to if I hit it like Shroud or something and get like, 1 million or whatever, like, hey, it's going to be the same thing every time. As soon as I hear that sound, boom, thank you, oh, and whatnot, and there's always going to be a way to give back. Like, anything I make off of this, I'm trying to give back to the people who gave it to me, because they deserve it.
I just want my fucking credit. That's it. I just want my fucking credit.
What credit, bro?
I don't even know what that means.
Me neither. So,
all right.
What do you got for us before the final thought, Jay? Hey, Joe, thank you for that.
Seriously, I appreciate that,
that's
Joe.
Good. That was good information to
fucking
have.
badass, dude. That's fucking badass, bro.
And congratulations. Seriously, congratulations.
It's only up from here, guys, and we're taking DD214 with us. So
that's exactly fucking right, man. We're gonna help each other out. That's called altruism, kids. Look it up.
That's the word.
Teamwork.
Put this in your dick pocket.
Altruism. ALTRUISM. Altruism.
Not ZM.
Altruism.
Not ZM.
Look it up. It's altruism. Look it up. The world needs more altruism. All right. All right. So, real quick before we get into the final thought this week, I just wanted to very briefly pass along a little fucking encouragement. Okay. I just got out of the Army podcast, but the world does not revolve around motherfucking Jay. Okay. I know there's a lot of soldiers still in the United States Army. I know there's still a lot of Marines in the Marine Corps, airmen in the Air Force, okay? Sailors in the Navy, coasties in the Coast Guard, and motherfucking Guardians in the Space Force now, okay? I wanted to remind each and every one of you, American service members specifically, because, you know, although we welcome all veterans from all over the world, from any country, okay, we welcome all of you to the DD214 Gaming community. Okay, I wanted to remind specifically American forces why we do some of the things we do. When I got out of the Army in October, I was a staff sergeant in the United States Army. I finished my career as an infantryman with 3 deployments to Afghanistan. And the last couple of years I was in the Army, I was an instructor at the NCO Academy in Fort Carson. I wanted to encourage each and every single American service member, regardless of branch, regardless of MOS, I wanted to remind each and every one of you why we do what we do. When you see civilians with zero fucking training holding off a so-called professional fighting force that invaded their country unnecessarily and completely in the wrong, and you see civilians along with their military holding the line to where, like, when John showed that map earlier, those lines have not fucking moved in an entire goddamn week, which is bad fucking news for that fuckface Vladimir Putin. I want to remind you guys and encourage you. This is why we do what we do. If you're a private in the motherfucking Army or the Marines, ground pounders, all right, regardless of MOS, again, tomorrow morning on Monday, this is your reminder why the fuck you're waking up at fucking dark whatever to get to fucking PT on time before the fucking sun's up, okay? When you don't feel like fucking rolling out of bed, or you fucking drank too much the fucking last night, or the weekend was a little too long, this is why you do what you do. So that when fucking shit goes downhill, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and you find your sorry ass on the fucking field, okay, you don't look like the fucking Russians look fucking right now, okay? That's why you do what you do. This is why you fucking do what you do. And this goes from freaking the soft skill MOS all the way up to fucking the guys that are at the fucking highest of high in fucking CAG that we don't even fucking know the names of anymore because they fucking, all they ever fucking do is dark ops anymore. It doesn't matter where you came from. Okay, it doesn't matter where you're fucking going in the future. While your fucking ass is firmly planted in Uncle Sam's pocket, this is why you do what you do. You can see live video footage of how much fucking better the equipment, the fucking food, the fucking morale, okay? And I'll even fucking venture to say this, believe it or not, for as much as we shit talk it, the fucking leadership is in the United States military than it clearly is in Russia. I spent my whole fucking childhood living in fear of fucking nuclear war, okay, because of fucking Soviet fucking Russia, right? We are seeing today in fucking real time how much we had nothing to fucking be afraid of the whole fucking time. The whole fucking time. If you are a fucking service member in one of the 6 branches of the United States fucking military, your excuses fucking ended last week. The reason you get up early, the reason you fucking sign that dotted line is fucking plain to see. So that when some fucking bullshit goes down, you're not looking fucking hot and sloppy like a fucking soup sandwich on the goddamn battlefield, stretched out in broad fucking daylight by a bunch of people that never fucking fired a weapon in their life until fucking a week ago. If you don't want to fucking see yourself like them, get your fucking happy ass to the gym. Set the fucking alarm 30 minutes earlier so you stop fucking being late for PT, private. All right? Airmen, sailors, keep fucking doing your thing and go fucking hard. The Navy and the United States Air Force is the whole fucking reason the United States has fucking force projection across the entire fucking globe. Marines, I got nothing to say to you that hasn't been fucking said probably 10 fucking times since you fucking joined. You fucking assholes fucking keep doing your thing. Get your fucking ass up. And if you're a shitbag, get the fuck out. You're not allowed. We're seeing in fucking real time reality what happens when a power mad fucking piece of shit wants to fucking flex nuts and the whole world tells him to fuck off. A fucking civilian with an AK-47 or an M4 fucking rifle can fuck your day up. And it doesn't matter how fucking long you trained or fucking what you did. A bullet is a bullet and a bomb is a bomb. So keep fucking training hard. All right? Keep fucking training. Get your fucking ass to the gym. If you put on a couple of fucking COVID fucking 19 pounds in 2020, if you put on a little sympathy weight for your fucking old lady because she fucking just had a baby, okay? Get it the fuck off. Start doing push-ups, motherfuckers. Stay hard. Train hard. Don't forget why the fuck you joined. All right? So it's not your fucking asses fucking stretched out in broad daylight. All right? Jesus hates a pussy. Don't fucking be one. Now, final thought for the week, and let me fucking downshift here a little bit.
That was fucking hot fire.
Downshifting. Give me a second here. Boy, I wish these guys would fucking goddamn support us. You know what I mean? Boy, I wish these guys would fucking support us. Miller High Life, baby. Sunday morning. Welcome to church. Right. Final thought for the day. All right, kids. So we made it another 168. All right. So let's go 168 more. I'm not asking you guys for another day. I'm asking you for fucking 7 because I want to see you here next week. All right. I want to see you here fucking next week. I know you're going through some fucking rough times right now. I know you're fucking up. You're making bad decisions. You're hurting the people that you love. You got that internal dialogue fucking way too fucking loud in your head. And it's not only fucking yelling at you. It's fucking screaming. You're having bad days. You're having bad nights. Hear me out. It's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. And let me tell you why. The person that's talking right now is 41 fucking years old. I've had about fucking 10,000 chances in my life to just give the fuck up and say no mas. I'll be like fucking Roberto Duran fighting Sugar Ray Leonard back in the 80s. I'm just going to say no fucking mas. We'll call it a fucking day, right? If I had ever even once said, all right, no mas, I would have missed so much after that. And when I say so much after that, I'm talking like from the very first time. I don't even want to say how old I was the first time life made me feel like saying no mas. All right? Because it was way too fucking young. And I've heard that stupid fucking voice in my head ever since. That voice will never go away. There's always going to be the voice of doubt in our heads. Our internal dialogues do not allow for like only good shit. And the kind of people whose internal dialogues only say good things are people like Vladimir Putin. Okay? If your internal dialogue doesn't say anything bad to you ever, you need to go seek therapy, like immediately. Okay? But if your internal dialogue does talk shit to you sometimes, it's okay. It's natural. It's normal. Don't feel bad. If it's talking too much shit and you can't fucking see the fucking forest for the trees, all right, and you fucking despise the person that looks back at you in the fucking mirror, do not fucking despair. There is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You might not be able to see it right now, but there is a light out there, I promise you. What you need to do is stay alive. Okay? The only fucking secret to life is living to see another day. There will never be another one. The ultimate secret of life is living. You have to live your lives. You have to give life a chance. Okay? You might not like who you are right now. That doesn't mean you're not going to like who you are in fucking 20 years. Okay? We've been teasing fucking the DNA fucking reveal for my Ancestry.com DNA kit for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I've got stories to tell off of that. And when we have that episode, I'll share some fucking weird ass fucking coincidental / fucking astronomical odds stories.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year.
That's right. That's exactly right. Things could always be better, but motherfuckers, don't forget things could always be worse. Do not give in. Call somebody. Pick up a motherfucking phone. It could be your mom's. It could be your pop's. It could be your sister, your brother, your friend. It could be your old lady. It can be your old man. Fuck, if you're old enough, it could be your fucking kids. It could be the homies you fucking grew up with. The people you served with. Somebody at fucking work. Okay? Somebody you're fucking just chilling with at the fucking bar. Fucking call somebody. Somebody will fucking answer the phone. If nobody answers the motherfucking phone, you got a number to call. 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Just fucking talk. Let it out. Vent. Vent your frustrations. It's okay. It is okay, and it's going to be okay. Great fucking story, great fucking quote from fucking Rick and Morty is, in the end, it's all going to be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end, kids. So just carry on. You have 168 hours. I expect to see your asses firmly planted right fucking here in 1 week, next Sunday for our church, okay? And NCOs, I'm talking to fucking you. Answer your motherfucking phone. Your best friend or that homie you ain't fucking talked to in fucking 5 years, they're not calling at 3:30 in the morning for fucking no reason. Stop being lazy. I don't care if you fucking just went bed an hour and a half ago because you closed down the bar. Pick up your motherfucking phone. You heard it. I hear it. I have a little bit too much to drink. I still fucking get woke up by my goddamn phone. So why are you not answering? Answer your phones. Love each other. Love yourselves, most importantly. Take care of your family. All right? Remember what you're doing. Go Ukraine. Fuck Russia and fuck Vladimir Putin. I love you guys. Have a fucking wonderful week.
Have a good one, guys. We love you.